Whispers of an unstoppable force once echoed across ancient Persia. 10,000 elite warriors, revered as immortals for their unwavering ranks.
Yet, even the greatest empires can fall, and the mighty Cyrus the Great met a gruesome end. His severed head plunged into a vessel of blood by the vengeful Queen Tomiris, a chilling testament to her wrath. From such visceral acts of revenge to the brutal efficiency of commanders like the Chinese general Bai Qi, who orchestrated the horrific burial of 400,000 prisoners of war, these tales define an era. This series delves into the remarkable legacies of 12 legendary warriors and military units of Asia, starting with the formidable Persian Immortals. Among these formidable figures, we turn our gaze to the awe-inspiring Persian Immortals. For over 2 centuries, between 550 and 330 BCE, these legendary warriors formed the absolute elite heavy infantry, the very backbone of the mighty Achaemenid Persian Empire. Their terrifying reputation was born from a chilling, unwavering rule. Their numbers were never, under any circumstance, permitted to fall below precisely 10,000. Should a single warrior succumb in battle, another was immediately ushered forward, seamlessly filling the void. To their terrified adversaries, it truly seemed as if this formidable unit was quite literally immortal. Beyond their terrifying numerical consistency, the Immortals held a dual, crucial role. They served as the personal, unwavering guard of the great king, ensuring his safety with their lives, and simultaneously functioned as the empire's most fearsome frontline shock force, shattering enemy lines with brutal efficiency. Imagine them, a relentless tide, armed with imposing long spears. These weren't ordinary weapons. Each was tipped with a distinctive counterweight, often shaped like an apple, designed not just to pierce, but to deliver skull-crushing blows. Their bodies, meanwhile, were sheathed in gleaming, resilient bronze-scale armor, shimmering under the ancient sun, deflecting blows and radiating an aura of invincibility. As one, they advanced, a disciplined, unyielding wall of death. Their tactics were as devastating as their appearance. The Immortals would often advance veiled behind a tempest of archery, a hail of arrows unleashed in perfectly disciplined volleys, obscuring their approach while maintaining their impossibly tight formations. This combined psychological and physical assault was so potent that tales recount entire cities surrendering at the mere distant sight of their approaching ranks. Even against the legendary Spartans at the famed pass of Thermopylae in 480 BCE, King Xerxes deployed his Immortals. While they met a fierce, almost unimaginable resistance, their unyielding presence and the sheer weight of their numbers played a pivotal role. Their reputation, that of an unstoppable, eternal force, was cemented and endured for generations, echoing through history. Yet their true, most profound power lay not just in steel and numbers, but in the realm of the psychological. The very name, Immortals, became a potent weapon in itself. For an enemy to seemingly defeat them on the battlefield meant utterly nothing. For tomorrow, another 10,000 would inevitably rise again, their ranks miraculously restored. Victory against the Immortals was never final. The colossal Persian Empire, it seemed, always returned whole, its elite warriors seemingly immune to the ravages of war. In the annals of ancient history, around 530 BCE, we find Tomiris, the formidable warrior queen. She reigned over the Massageti, a fierce nomadic Scythian people who roamed the vast, untamed plains of Central Asia. Her leadership was as sharp as the steppe winds, her people fiercely independent. However, the ambitions of Cyrus the Great, the burgeoning Persian Empire's founder, knew no bounds. He sought to conquer Tomiris's ancestral lands. Through cunning deception, Cyrus orchestrated the capture of her beloved son, a cruel blow that would ignite a firestorm of maternal fury and a thirst for justice. Upon learning of her son's tragic death while imprisoned by Cyrus, Tomiris sent a chilling, resolute message to the Persian king, a promise that echoed across the plains. "I will give you your fill of blood." It was a vow of vengeance, delivered with the unwavering resolve of a mother scorned and a queen challenged. Her warriors were legendary, masters of the steppe. Mounted archers, swift and deadly, unleashed volleys of arrows with precision, while fierce axe fighters charged with raw, untamed power. The ancient historian Herodotus described them as savage and relentless, a force to be reckoned with. In the decisive, climactic battle that ensued, Tomiris herself, clad in the hardened bronze scale armor of her people, personally led her formidable forces into the fray against the might of the Persian army. The clash was epic. Cyrus, the revered conqueror of Babylon and the visionary founder of the mighty Persian Empire, met his ultimate demise on the battlefield, falling in a brutal combat that shocked the ancient world. One of history's greatest emperors, a man who had built an empire, was utterly vanquished by a queen of the steppes. The myth of Persian invincibility, a bedrock of their power, was irrevocably shattered that day. According to gripping legend, Tomiris's vengeance was not merely satisfied by his death. To fulfill her grim vow, she ordered Cyrus's body beheaded. His severed head, a symbol of defeated ambition, was then placed into a wineskin overflowing with human blood, a macabre declaration that she had indeed given him his fill. This stark, brutal act of revenge, both barbaric and profoundly symbolic, later captured the imaginations of Renaissance artists who immortalized the scene, transforming an act of visceral retribution into enduring, powerful art. Tomiris stands as one of history's earliest and most formidable female empire slayers, a testament to raw will and defiant leadership. Between 332 and 257 BC, amidst the tumultuous Warring States period of ancient China, emerged a figure whose name would become synonymous with both unparalleled military genius and chilling brutality: Bai Qi, often dubbed the Human Butcher. For over 3 decades, Bai Qi served the powerful state of Qin, a relentless force in its quest for unification. His record was legendary, having conquered an astounding 73 cities without suffering a single recorded defeat. A cold, calculating strategist, he was a master of siege warfare, devastating encirclements, and a pioneer of psychological terror that crippled his enemy's will to fight. His campaigns, marked by relentless efficiency, inflicted over 1 million enemy casualties, solidifying his fearsome moniker. But it was at the Battle of Changping in 260 BC that Bai Qi committed his most infamous and horrifying act. After orchestrating a decisive victory and forcing the surrender of the Zhao army, Bai Qi made a grim decision. He ordered the mass execution of approximately 400,000 unarmed prisoners, burying them alive by his own troops. This was not an act of mindless cruelty, but a brutal strategic calculation. Chen could neither adequately feed nor guard such an immense number of captives, and releasing them only guaranteed they would rise against Chen again. Bai Qi chose absolute terror. From that moment on, surrendering to him meant not just defeat, but certain death. The sheer dread of facing him caused entire states to lose the will to resist. For Bai Qi, victory came at any cost. In 227 BC, during a period of relentless conflict, a figure emerged whose name would forever be etched in history: Jing Ke, the tragic assassin. Sent on a perilous mission by Prince Dan of Yan, his audacious goal was to assassinate Ying Zeng, the ruthless king of Qin, who would later unify China and proclaim himself its first emperor. Jin Ke approached the Qin court, cloaked in an elaborate disguise, presenting himself as a humble envoy bearing gifts. Among these deceptive offerings were the severed head of a traitor, Fan Wuji, meant to appease the king, and a rolled map of Dukong, a territory surrendered by Yan. But hidden within the layers of this innocent-looking scroll, a deadly secret awaited, a meticulously crafted poison dagger. As King Jing, intrigued, unrolled the detailed map, his gaze fixated on the geographic intricacies.
Zheng Ke swiftly revealed the glistening blade. With a desperate lunge, he seized the king's silken sleeve, the glint of the dagger reflecting in Ying Zong's widening eyes.
The king, startled, managed to tear free, a desperate struggle ensuing as he scrambled around a grand palace pillar, Jing Ke relentlessly pursuing him through the vast, echoing throne hall. Royal guards bound by strict protocol were momentarily unable to intervene, leaving the fate of an empire hanging by a thread. In a final, desperate act, Zheng Ke hurled the poison dagger, but it missed its mark, clanging harmlessly against a bronze pillar. Seizing the opportunity, King Zheng drew his own long sword and struck back, delivering a mortal wound to Jing Ke. For a few agonizing seconds, the destiny of China teetered on the edge of a blade. Had Jing Ke succeeded, the course of history would have been irrevocably altered. No first emperor, no unified Great Wall, no glorious Qin dynasty.
His failed, yet supremely courageous attempt transcended mere political intrigue, transforming into a timeless symbol of suicidal bravery and unwavering resolve in Chinese culture.
Emerging from the harsh deserts of Arabia, a legend was forged, Khalid ibn al-Walid. Born around 585 CE, this extraordinary figure would rise to become one of history's most formidable commanders.
A military genius operating under the banner of the nascent Rashidun Caliphate. Revered and feared as the Sword of God, Khalid's record was unparalleled.
He fought in over 100 battles and campaigns, achieving an astonishing feat of never suffering a single defeat.
Initially a formidable adversary to Muhammad himself, Khalid later embraced Islam, transforming into its most brilliant and feared general, a master of strategy whose tactical innovations reshaped warfare.
His prowess was not just in battle, but in incredible feats of endurance and speed. Khalid led legendary desert marches, once astonishing his enemies by covering an unbelievable 1,500 kilometers across unforgiving terrain in a mere 5 days, appearing as if from thin air to decimate unsuspecting forces. His most decisive triumph came at the epic Battle of Yarmouk in 636 CE, where, against overwhelming odds, he orchestrated the complete annihilation of a vastly larger Byzantine army. This monumental victory irrevocably shattered Roman dominance in Syria and marked a pivotal turning point in history. Khalid's relentless campaigns and brilliant strategies systematically dismantled both Byzantine and Sassanid Persian power, forging the early Islamic Empire. Yet, despite a lifetime steeped in the maelstrom of incessant warfare, a warrior who had faced death countless times on the battlefield, Khalid ibn al-Walid passed away peacefully in his own bed. On his deathbed, a profound melancholy gripped him as he lamented the one honor he felt denied, the glory of martyrdom. I sought death on the battlefield, yet I die like an old camel. An undefeated warrior, the sword of God, was ultimately denied the warrior's death he so fiercely coveted. And so, we turn our gaze to a different kind of warrior, one whose very existence redefined warfare, the Hashashin. From 1090 to 1275 CE, these were no ordinary soldiers, but a secretive Nizari Ismaili sect operating from impregnable mountain fortresses, none more infamous than Alamut. Founded by the enigmatic Hassan-e-Sabah, they honed a deadly craft, specializing in targeted political assassinations, a meticulous art of eliminating key figures that sent ripples of fear across empires. Indeed, their very name became synonymous with their terrifying profession, giving rise to the word assassin itself. For nearly 2 centuries, these stealthy agents systematically eliminated viziers,
powerful governors, formidable crusader leaders, and even crowned kings.
Picture the audacity. In 1192, two Hashashin boldly struck down Conrad of Montferrat, the king of Jerusalem, in broad daylight, a public spectacle designed to sow terror.
Even the formidable Saladin, a sultan of immense power, narrowly escaped multiple attempts on his life, living in constant dread. No ruler, no matter how mighty, could truly feel safe from their reach.
What made them truly formidable was their absolute devotion. After completing their deadly missions, they accepted capture and death without resistance, a chilling testament to their unwavering commitment. They were utterly willing to die for their sacred cause, believing their sacrifice held ultimate purpose. Their reign of terror, however, eventually met its end. In 1256, the relentless Mongol hordes, led by Hulagu Khan, finally overwhelmed and destroyed Alamut, shattering their network. Yet their legacy, a dark tapestry woven through history, lives on. Their story remains a stark testament to the profound truth that a precisely placed dagger in the shadowy quiet of night can indeed outweigh the might of 1,000 gleaming swords clashing under the sun. Let us now turn our gaze to a figure whose name echoed terror and triumph across continents, Subutai, the legendary war dog.
From 1176 to 1248 CE, this extraordinary strategist served as Genghis Khan's most brilliant and feared commander, a military genius whose legacy remains unparalleled. In an astonishing career spanning over 20 major campaigns, Subutai orchestrated the defeat of 65 different armies and brought 32 nations under Mongol dominion, stretching the empire's reach from the vast plains of East Asia all the way to the heart of Central Europe. Born into humble origins, Subutai's ascent was a testament to sheer military brilliance and unyielding merit, rising through the ranks solely on his unmatched skill and strategic prowess.
His cunning reached its apex in 1241 when he masterfully coordinated the simultaneous destruction of the Polish and Hungarian armies at the battles of Legnica and Mohi. These devastating victories occurred within mere days of each other, despite his forces operating hundreds of kilometers apart, a feat of logistical and tactical synchronization rarely seen in military history. Earlier, in 1223, at the fateful Battle of the Kalka River, Subutai showcased his psychological warfare, feigning a prolonged 9-day retreat, drawing his unsuspecting adversaries deeper into his trap, before turning to utterly annihilate a Russian force 4 times the size of his own. But perhaps his most radical innovation unfolded at Mohi, where Subutai pioneered the unprecedented use of siege catapults directly within an open field battle. These formidable machines unleashed a barrage upon enemy infantry, shattering their formations and sowing chaos, perfectly softening them for the relentless thunder of the Mongol cavalry charges that followed. No commander before him had dared to deploy such heavy artillery in this manner. Subutai's audacious strategies and relentless drive were instrumental in expanding the Mongol Empire, transforming it into the largest contiguous land empire the world has ever known, a testament to his enduring genius.
In the late 12th century, a legend emerged from the tumultuous battlefields of Japan, Tomoe Gozen. She was an Onna Bureisha, a rare and formidable female samurai who carved her path through the brutal Genpei War. The ancient chronicles, particularly the tale of the Heike, describe her with awe, a warrior of unparalleled beauty, possessing a spirit utterly fearless and strength equivalent to 1,000 men on the battlefield. Her unwavering loyalty was pledged to the esteemed Minamoto no Yoshinaka. It was at the fateful Battle of Owazu in 1184 that Tomoe Gozen's valor shone brightest. Amidst the chaos, she fearlessly led charges against forces vastly outnumbering her own, a blur of steel and courage. In one legendary encounter, she famously confronted and spectacularly defeated Honda no Morishige, a powerful enemy leader whose reputation preceded him. With swift, decisive skill,
she beheaded him, a grim trophy of her unparalleled prowess in combat. Not content with this single triumph, she claimed the life of another renowned warrior that very same day, solidifying her fearsome reputation. As the tide of battle turned and Yoshinaka found himself surrounded by the overwhelming enemy, he made a heartbreaking decision. He commanded Tomoe to flee, desiring to face his own inevitable end without bearing witness to her potential demise. After this poignant moment, Tomoe Gozen mysteriously vanished from the annals of recorded history. Some whisper that she chose a life of peace, becoming a nun, her warrior days behind her. Regardless of her final path, Tomoe Gozen endures as Japan's ultimate warrior woman, a timeless symbol of fierce independence and martial excellence. Emerging from the shadowy depths of 15th and 16th century Japan, a new kind of warrior redefined warfare, the shinobi ninjas. These enigmatic figures, later famously known as ninjas, operated beyond the conventional battlefields, serving as an elite force of spies, master saboteurs, and silent assassins. Far removed from the rigid honor codes and strict Bushido embraced by the samurai, the shinobi operated with a chilling pragmatism. For them, every tool was a weapon, and every tactic was permissible. Poison, elaborate disguises, and cunning deception were not just methods, but fundamental principles of their art. Among their ranks stood the legendary Hattori Hanzo, the most renowned shinobi leader. His unparalleled skill was famously demonstrated when he orchestrated the daring rescue of the future shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu, guiding him through treacherous enemy territory. Utilizing a network of secret routes and expertly laid ambushes, Hanzo ensured Ieyasu's survival, an act pivotal in securing Japan's eventual unification under the powerful Tokugawa shogunate. Hanzo himself was a terrifying force, earning the moniker Devil Hanzo for his mastery of silent swordsmanship, the intricate use of chain weapons, and his unparalleled prowess in night combat. The shinobi understood that fear could be as potent a weapon as any blade. While popular myths have undoubtedly exaggerated their supernatural powers, the historical reality of the real shinobi was perhaps even more chilling. They were terrifyingly effective, supremely skilled human beings, masters of the shadows. From the annals of history emerges the legendary figure of Narasun the Great. Born in the mid-16th century, in 1555, this extraordinary prince would ascend to become the revered king of Ayutthaya, the heart of what we now know as modern Thailand. It was under his visionary leadership that Siam would valiantly cast off the oppressive yoke of Burmese domination, forging a path to independence that echoes through centuries. In the fateful year of 1593, with his kingdom once more gravely threatened by a formidable invasion, Naraswan, a true warrior king, made a bold and unprecedented challenge. He called upon the Burmese crown prince, Mingyi Swa, to settle their monumental conflict, not through the slaughter of countless armies, but in single, honorable combat. This epic duel was to take place atop magnificent, thunderous war elephants, a spectacle of honor and courage before the eyes of both vast, assembled armies. As the sun blazed down, the air crackled with anticipation. The colossal war elephants, adorned for battle, charged with earth-shattering force, their heavy steps shaking the very ground. On their mounted platforms, high above the fray, the two rival monarchs met. Blades of steel flashed, echoing the clash of destinies. In a moment of intense ferocity and unwavering resolve, King Naresuan the Great struck a decisive, powerful blow with his spear, piercing his opponent and felling the Burmese crown prince. With their leader vanquished, the mighty Burmese army faltered, then collapsed in disarray, their morale shattered. Siam's hard-won independence was thus gloriously secured, forever etching Naraswan's name into the pantheon of national heroes.
So profound is his legacy that January 18th is still celebrated today as Thai Armed Forces Day, a tribute to this monumental victory. The breathtaking image of two kings locked in a duel of destiny atop majestic war elephants remains one of history's most dramatic and awe-inspiring displays of honor and valor. In the late 12th century, a figure of immense courage and unparalleled skill emerged, Prithviraj Chauhan. This valiant Rajput king, reigning over regions of northern India, was legendary for his mastery of archery, a weapon he wielded with lethal precision. His early triumphs included a decisive victory over Muhammad Ghori in the year 1191, a battle that solidified his reputation as a formidable warrior. However, fortune proved fickle, and just 1 year later, Prithviraj was captured. Tragically, he was subsequently executed, an event that marked a significant turning point, ushering in the commencement of Islamic rule across northern India. Yet it is the legend of his final act that truly captivates. According to the ancient tales, Muhammad Ghori, in a cruel act of subjugation, blinded Prithviraj Chauhan. Despite this horrific torment, Ghori, perhaps out of a perverse respect for his foe, granted the sightless king one last extraordinary demonstration of his legendary skill. Guided by the unwavering voice of his court poet and companion, Chand Bardai,
Prithviraj Chauhan performed the impossible. Employing a rare technique known as sound-guided archery, he aimed and fired, sending an arrow soaring true, striking Muhammad Ghori through the very sound of his voice.
While historians continue to debate the absolute veracity of this astonishing tale, the powerful legend itself endures, woven deep into the fabric of Indian folklore.
Even in defeat, Prithviraj Chauhan secured a final, glorious triumph, choosing to meet his end on his own terms, an eternal symbol of defiance.
the legendary Lapu-Lapu emerges, a beacon of defiant leadership. On that fateful day of April 27, 1521, he galvanized his valiant warriors on the shores of Mactan Island, ready to face the formidable Ferdinand Magellan and his technologically superior Spanish fleet. His men, armed with the humble but deadly bamboo spears, sturdy shields, and the iconic gleaming Compulan swords, stood resolute. They had been offered conversion to a new faith and demanded tribute, but their spirit was unyielding. They staunchly refused to bow. The Spanish, confident in their firearms, unleashed a barrage of gunfire. But their advantage was nullified by the treacherous, shallow reefs surrounding Mactan, rendering their heavy ships and cannons ineffective. In the chaotic melee, Magellan himself was struck by a hail of poisoned arrows, their venom seeping into his flesh, weakening the once proud explorer. Surrounded, overwhelmed, and reeling from his injuries, Ferdinand Magellan met his end on the very sands of that pristine beach, slain by the brave warriors of Lapu-Lapu. This decisive victory not only brought Magellan's grand expedition to an abrupt and unexpected halt, but also significantly delayed the Spanish colonization of the Philippines for many decades. Lapu-Lapu, through his unwavering courage and strategic brilliance, forever etched his name into history, becoming the Philippines' first national hero. His legacy powerfully demonstrates that local resistance, fueled by fierce determination and an unbreakable spirit, can indeed triumph over even the most globally ambitious and technologically advanced empires. Lapu-Lapu proved, beyond any doubt, that raw determination can ultimately defeat superior technology. As our journey through the annals of legendary Asian warriors conclude, we sincerely hope you've been captivated by these incredible tales, where figures like Lapu-Lapu demonstrated how determination can triumph over overwhelming technological superiority. If you enjoyed discovering the strategies and indomitable spirits we've explored, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more epic historical narratives. But the story of unparalleled combat prowess doesn't end here. Prepare yourselves,
For our next chapter delves into the shadowed world of modern elite units, revealing the 12 deadliest special forces across the vast continent of Asia. From daring operations requiring the utmost stealth and precision, often conducted in harsh, distant environments, to intense anti-terrorism efforts and rigorous training that pushes human limits. These are the warriors who redefine capability. Join us next time as we uncover the secrets of these legendary modern-day operatives.